Hello, Eastern North Carolina. Thank you for joining me. This is Beach Bum with the weather update, Saturday, January 18th, 2025. Currently, we are under a hazardous weather outlook from the National Weather Service. That is scrolling beneath me and will be the whole time throughout this video. Currently, what all the models are showing today is winter precipitation for eastern North Carolina, and I mean all of eastern North Carolina. What the models are different on is how much. The GFS and the CMC has backed off some on how much accumulation we are going to get. The euro is still staying strong, and the icon has now came into we are going to get winter precipitation, and is kind of lining up with the CMC and the GFS. So let's go ahead and get into it. I know that's what everybody wants to see. We are starting off with the GFS model, starting here January 18th, 2025. And this model runs 384 hours out. Let's go ahead and see how it's going to go. As you can see, there is the rain that is going to be with us right now, and some tomorrow, starting to finally move out. Here is early Tuesday morning. We still have clear skies. Here is early Wednesday morning. The GFS is also backed off on when this is going to come in. Instead of Tuesday, it's going to come in, it looks like Wednesday. And here we are. And as you can see here, yesterday this was really dark blue, which lined up with in here with the 4 to 6 inches. Today it's lining up with the 1 to 2 inches. If you look towards Wilmington, Oak Island, you see there's some ice starting there, and that's showing about a half an inch. So we got to keep an eye on that. Ice definitely is not anything we want. Let's move it on through. Thursday is looking clear until Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening. We start seeing some ice coming back into our southern portion of eastern North Carolina, down there by Wilmington. As this moves through, the ice goes north. It kind of avoids the Crystal Coast. It kind of looks like the stopping point is going to be around Onslow County as it moves north. Friday, we'll move it on through. Here we are at Sunday. Here's Monday, January 27th. January 31st, Friday. There's the first day of February. And there we go. This model ends on Monday, February 3rd. And as we see at the end of the model, there is a line of storms coming towards us. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. As far out as this model goes, all this can change at any point. But it looks like we're going to have pretty clear skies after this event comes through Wednesday. Except for Thursday, when we saw a little bit moving of ice coming up through Wilmington. Let's check out the CMC. And here we are on Sunday as we are still getting rain. Monday morning, the CMC is showing the rain is starting to leave from southern East North Carolina up to the Crystal Coast. And now the rain's moving on off. Let's fast forward till Tuesday. And there is the winter maker coming. And the CMC has backed off on timing too. Now it's showing more Wednesday. And here we see it. According to this model, this is showing Wilmington up to maybe Pender County could get about 3 to 5 inches. Crystal Coast north is looking like 1 to 2 inches. And here is Wednesday night. It's clearing off. Here's Thursday morning. Fast forward. The CMC doesn't even show that little bit of ice that the GFS did show coming into Wilmington. Saturday morning, Wilmington area up to about the Crystal Coast. If you are coastal, right on the beaches, you may see a flurry or two come through Saturday morning, according to the CMC. Here's Monday, January 27th, and this model only goes 240 hours out. Tuesday, January 28th, and there we see a line of storms coming our way on January 28th that the GFS didn't show. Excuse me. So this is something we're going to have to keep an eye on and just watch and see what it does. Checking the icon. Here's the line of showers. Not really a whole lot on the east coast of North Carolina. Most of it looks to the west and down in South Carolina. But as we can see through the day, it does come on and move through, and you can tell that by just looking outside. Now let's get to the area of interest. Here comes Tuesday. And the icon has backed off too till Wednesday. It's slowing this system down, which also looks like it is giving us less snow with it slowing down. The icon shows currently at this time most of eastern North Carolina from Wilmington to Elizabeth City really getting 1 to 3 inches at the most. Here we are Wednesday night. The system's moving off. Thursday morning. And this model goes 180 hours out. Friday, January 24th. And it ends at Sunday, January 26th, with a little system looking like it might want to come this way. Something we'll have to keep an eye on. Remember, these models can change at any time, and they very often do. Now let's check out the Euro. There we just saw the rain system that's with us now move off the coast. A little bit more come in on us tomorrow, Sunday. Now let's skip ahead to the time in question. And the Euro is slowing it down as well. But the Euro is also keeping from the Crystal Coast south to Wilmington about 4 to 6 inches, and north of the Crystal Coast up to Elizabeth City about 1 to 3 inches. Let's move it through. It's still with us throughout the day. Wednesday, here's Wednesday night. Here is Thursday, early Thursday morning. And let's see any weather patterns. And here's the end of this model, which is Friday, January 24th. And as you can see, according to the Euro, almost all of eastern North Carolina and South Carolina to central South Carolina and down to the northern coastline of Georgia is ice. And how much ice? Well, what this is showing for eastern North Carolina is ranging anywhere from 2 to 4 inches. So this is really going to have to be something we're going to have to keep an eye on. Luckily, we have 2 other models that do show the ice coming up in, but not like this. So something we'll have to keep an eye on as we go through. Right now, we're more focusing on getting this current storm coming in tracked down to exactly what it is going to do. And now looking at what's going to bring all this winter weather our way, here is the CMC air temp. As you can see, currently it says around 50 degrees in eastern North Carolina. And let's move it through. That was Sunday night. Here's Monday morning. We're still at 55 degrees early Monday morning. But the temperatures start dropping. There's 23 degrees coming into Monday night. Early Tuesday morning, 25 degrees. Here's early Wednesday morning at 25 degrees. Now let's see what our high is for Wednesday. There's 21 degrees. 18 degrees, 22. That's our low for Wednesday is 22. Well, I don't know. There's 18. That's during the day. So yeah, Wednesday is going to be really cold. We're going to have really low temperatures for our low and high around the same thing, according to this model. Here's Thursday, down to 5 degrees at night. 1 degree according to this. I really don't want to say this is true for Thursday, especially being some models are calling for rain Thursday. If it rains at 1 degrees, we're getting a frozen wonderland out there. Let's move on through. There's 22 in the day Thursday. Back down to 16 coming into Friday morning. And we're just going to run this out until Sunday. And that's right there. That's Sunday morning. So, we're definitely going to have some cold days ahead. And if it snows, it's not going to go anywhere anytime soon if it follows everything this model shows. Alright, currently out there right now in eastern North Carolina, as you can see, we have rain. Areas in New Bern do have moderate rain, and there we go, moderate rain down to Jacksonville. It's also got mostly light rain around, just spots, even down to Wilmington and moderate, but it's just patches here and there of moderate. So if you're not getting the moderate rain and you're just seeing light, you're just one of the lucky ones. Current temperature out there right now. Alright, current temperature around the Crystal Coast area, we got 54 degrees. We're mostly in the 50s all over, mid to lower 50s. Rocky Mount, you're at 51. Up by Elizabeth City, you're at 52. Wilmington, 54. Jacksonville, 54. The actual feels like out there. The actual feels like is what the temperatures say it is, in the mid to lower 50s. So it don't feel too bad out there except for that rain. If the rain would go away, it would be a nice day. Looking at the winds right now, they are out to southwest, ranging anywhere from 4 to 11 miles an hour. Wilmington, you're at 7. Greenville, 8. New Bern, 8. And Morehead City, you are around 8 miles an hour as well. And the wind, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to forget you out there in Elizabeth City. You're around 10 miles an hour. Wind gust currently. Ain't it nice? Technology wants to go slow. There we go. Wind gusts are currently south-southwest in areas, or west-southwest, excuse me, around 19 miles an hour out there. 25 in Jacksonville, 27 miles per hour in Wilmington, and around 22, 23 up around Elizabeth City. Looking at the latest briefing today, January 18th, 2025 at 2:38 p.m. from the National Weather Service. This is their winter weather and cold briefing. This is a decision support briefing number 2. They have very high confidence brutal cold will last over much of the upcoming week. Increasing confidence that snow will impact our area starting later Tuesday. Some freezing rain or sleet may mix in with the snow, especially the closer you are to the coast. A second icing event is possible to start later Thursday. Here is the threat levels and timing, max values. As you can see, hazardous travel, we do have a number 2, which is a moderate impact, and that's Tuesday. Tuesday night into Wednesday, we have a level 3, high impact. Wednesday during the day, back to a level 2. And then it goes down to a level 1, which is minor impact, going through Thursday. Snow and sleet, level 2, Tuesday night through Wednesday. Freezing rain and ice, level 1, Tuesday through Wednesday. Black ice is going to be a big concern on the road, especially bridges and overpasses. When the snow starts melting during the day, it is going to melt at night and turn to black ice, and you will not see it come the next morning when you're trying to go to work or school. The black ice level is a moderate, level 2, from Tuesday night through Thursday. Cold winds and chills starting Tuesday, and it's a level 2, level 1, level 2s again, and level 3s. It's going to be moderate to high impacts through the whole week. All right, here is the probability winter storm severity index. Expect disruption to daily life, hazardous driving conditions. If you don't have to be on the road when this gets going, don't be on the road. Only emergencies, please. And don't tailgate people. Leave a few car lengths in front of you. If you're going 55, leave 6 cars. Your size car, leave 6 of them in front of you. Leave plenty of stopping time. Things are liable to really close, and infrastructure may occur. Lights are probably going to go out, and especially if we get ice. The ice gets on them tree limbs, they break, they fall on power lines. People that don't know how to drive in this stuff, which really nobody can drive in ice, winds up hitting power poles, and everybody's without power. So let's do everything we can to not have to put the power people out there working on these lines. If we stay off the roads, we'll reduce that a whole lot. Low temperature forecast, multiple mornings in the teens, Tuesday through Thursday. Prolonged periods of cold weather may lead to frozen pipes. If outside, use and wear appropriate clothing, a hat, and gloves. And to all those people that work out here outside every day, you know what I'm talking about with appropriate clothing. Wind chill temperatures. Dangerously cold wind chills Tuesday through Thursday. Dangerously cold wind chills could cause frostbite on exposed skin. Don't forget about your pets outside, and bundle up. Winter storm planning timeline a few days out. If the forecast calls for winter weather, start prepping. The day before, forecast accuracy continues to improve, so keep checking the latest. That's with me. That's with anybody. As we get closer to this storm, I'm going to be staying active on here and letting everybody know what is going on. And keep with your local weather forecasters, meteorologists. They're going to have what's going on right now on the TV faster than I can. During and after, remain vigilant and stay informed. Drive only if necessary. Check in on your neighbors. It's going to be cold. Properly ventilate your houses to make sure no carbon's coming from your emergency heat sources. Keep generators at least 20 feet from your house, and don't kill yourself shoveling. It will be there if you take a break. It ain't gonna go nowhere. Dressing for the cold, as you can see it, bundle up. If it's extreme cold, get everything covered. Even if you can cover your nose, do so. Just have your eyes exposed. And they will, let's see, the next briefing will be by Sunday, January 18th. So when they come out with the next briefing, we'll make sure to get that posted somewhere. And anybody that's interested in looking at these briefings a little more closely than what was on the video, I will be posting them on my Facebook page. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I will put my Facebook link in the description. Alright, currently out now, here is our Futurecast radar from NOAA. And this is showing 4 p.m. We are starting to clear out. And we're going to run this down to Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. And as you can see, throughout the night, more rain came in. Here's Sunday. We got more rain. By Sunday afternoon, it starts clearing out. 7 p.m. is pretty much all gone unless you're on the northern coast of North Carolina. 4 p.m. we got clear skies. And here we start seeing Tuesday, 1 p.m. Let's back it back up to 7 a.m., excuse me. Tuesday at 7 a.m., we're starting to see snow come into Wilmington. A mixture coming up around the Crystal Coast, up to Cape Hatteras, Morehead City, Atlantic Beach, Emerald Isle. So it's starting to come in, according to NOAA's future radar, around 7 a.m. At 1 p.m., west of eastern North Carolina, as far as the Crystal Coast goes, is snow. Wilmington, southeastern North Carolina, northeastern North Carolina, yar snow. The Crystal Coast area, up to Williamston, you're still looking at a mix. 7 p.m. The whole eastern North Carolina, from Elizabeth City south to Wilmington, is in heavy snowfall. And here is 1 a.m. Tuesday night. And as we can see, we have light snowfall to the west. We have some ice down in Southport up to Wilmington. Crystal Coast up to Elizabeth City, still snow. Taking a look at the temperatures at 4 p.m. today. Once everything decides to catch up again, don't you love it? Let me give this a refresh. There we go. I'm sorry about that, guys. Very sorry about that. Let me get it reset. Internet kind of bogged down there, and well, that was it. Alright, so back to it. 4 p.m. We're looking at temperatures still in the 50s for the Crystal Coast area down to Jacksonville and up to Williamston and Elizabeth City. Wilmington, you're in the very low 50s at 50 degrees. Around Morehead City, Crystal Coast is 52. Jacksonville, 53. New Bern up to Greenville you're at 52, and Elizabeth City 53. The low for tonight, we are looking at around the upper 40s, lower 50s for all of eastern North Carolina. New Bern being 52, the Crystal Coast around 49, same way down in Wilmington, and Elizabeth City 44. High for tomorrow, we are looking in the 60s for the most part for eastern North Carolina, low 60s. Crystal Coast around 61, down in Wilmington 63. New Bern 62. Elizabeth City, you're being the oddballs, you're around 53. Williamston 57. Low for Sunday night, we are looking at around 32 degrees on the Crystal Coast, 32 down in Wilmington, 30 in New Bern, 30 in Jacksonville. We got 26 out towards Williamston and 28 in Elizabeth City. High for Monday, we are looking at around 38 degrees around the Crystal Coast, 36 New Bern, down in Wilmington around 39, up in Williamston 34, and 33 Elizabeth City. And we're just going to run that until Monday. That's the only one I can really get the high and lows on. I'm losing my hours there as we go further out. Looking at the wind speeds for tonight, they're going to be anywhere between 4 and 10 miles an hour, 11 miles an hour, depending on where you are, with gusting winds up to around 14, depending on where you're at. For tomorrow, we have wind speeds anywhere from 7 to 13 miles an hour, with gusts up to, in areas, 26. Sunday night, we are going to have winds of 11, approximately. I would say anywhere between 8 and 11 miles an hour, with wind gusts anywhere between 13 and 17 miles an hour, depending on where you are. New Bern 17, Wilmington 16, Crystal Coast 15, Elizabeth City 17. Monday, we're going to have winds anywhere between 9 and 13 miles an hour, with wind gusts up to 19 miles an hour, maybe 20, depending on where you are. Okay, with all that being said, let's go back to the winter weather. It is coming. It's time for everybody to get ready. Don't go buy the stores out on everything. There's no reason to do that. But go get the things you need just to last you a few days, at least until Thursday, maybe Friday. We're going to stay continued with this as the National Weather Service puts more briefings out. I will make sure to add them to my Facebook, as well as the briefing we just went through is going to be added to my Facebook. If anything major changes, I will come on live, or I will put another video up in the meantime. So until I come back with another video, everybody stay warm out there today. Stay dry. We will be back by tomorrow to give more updates. Until then, y'all have a great day.